Have you ever wondered if your cat truly loves you? Although cats are known for their independence, they show affection in very specific ways. But what happens when these displays start to fade? Often, signs of disconnection are so subtle that they go unnoticed. It might seem controversial, but your cat may no longer be as connected to you as before, and this can be hard to admit. The truth is that feline behavior hides much about your cat's feelings. If he no longer gives you those slow blinks or has stopped purring beside you, it could reveal a lack of love that you hadn't noticed before. The discomfort is real, but there is a solution. Understanding the signals your cat is giving can be the first step in rekindling this relationship. Get ready to discover 7 revealing signs that may indicate your cat no longer loves you as before. More importantly, learn how to identify and change this situation. Let's dive into these signs together. The answers might surprise you. Avoids eye contact and slow blinks. A cat that avoids looking directly at you may be giving a clear sign of distrust or emotional distance. Slow blinks, typical when a feline is relaxed and confident, are one of the most affectionate gestures from this animal. When he doesn't reciprocate, it could be one of the 7 signs that his love for you has cooled. Imagine that exchange of glances that should be a moment of connection. If your feline simply turns his face away without even giving a slow blink, it can be concerning. It reflects that something might be wrong in the relationship. A practical tip is to try mimicking those blinks to see if he responds. Otherwise, this behavior warrants your attention. If this is happening frequently, it's time to reflect on what might have changed between you. The lack of slow blinks could indicate a lack of trust. Creating a safe and comfortable environment, without pressures, may help rekindle this visual connection. Now, if besides avoiding eye contact, you also notice behaviors like tail twitching, the issue might be deeper. Tail twitching and excessive scratching. When a cat twitches its tail abruptly or constantly, it may be showing irritation or discomfort. Contrary to what many believe, the tail is a powerful communication tool among felines. If he frequently twitches his tail, especially in your presence, it could be one of the 7 signs that your cat no longer loves you as before. Excessive scratching is another indicator that something is wrong. A healthy, happy cat scratches to mark territory and keep its claws sharp, but when this becomes a compulsive behavior, it might signal stress or anxiety. For example, if he starts scratching furniture even after being trained to use a scratching post, this change in pattern could reveal the truth about your cat's feelings. If he has a constantly twitching tail and is scratching more than usual, it's important to evaluate the surrounding environment. Recent changes, like new furniture or alterations in your routine, might be affecting the cat emotionally. Stay alert, as his behavior could be a way of dealing with this lack of love or increased insecurity. Next, let's discuss another concerning behavior: sudden changes in daily attitudes. Behavioral changes and lack of response. When your cat's behavior changes suddenly, it may be a warning that he no longer loves you as before. He might start avoiding the litter box or stop responding to your affection. This lack of interaction can be one of the 7 signs of emotional distance. These signals should not be ignored. If the cat, who used to greet you enthusiastically, now prefers to hide or stays away for long periods, it's time to pay attention. For example, if he used to purr when you approached but now just moves away, it might indicate that something has changed in your relationship. A response to affection is a sign of connection, and its absence is a clear indicator of a lack of bond. Such changes might be driven by stress, illness, or even environmental changes. It's important to observe other aspects, like the cat's health, and possibly consult a veterinarian. If everything is fine physically, it might be time to reassess your emotional connection. Next, we'll discuss how avoiding affection can be another sign of emotional distance. Avoids affection and shies away from approaches. If your cat starts to avoid your affection, it could be one of the most evident signs that he's not as attached to you as before. Cats are typically selective about who they show affection to, and distancing can reveal the truth about his feelings. When he shies away from touches or simply doesn't come near anymore, it's an important alert. Have you tried petting your cat only for him to move away or, worse, ignore you? This can be a clear sign that the emotional bond is weakening. Imagine that he used to leap into your lap asking for attention, but now barely tolerates your hand reaching out. It's one of the 7 signs indicating a lack of love or discomfort in the relationship. To regain this closeness, respect the cat's timing and offer affection when he's receptive. Forcing interactions might push him further away. Creating a calm environment and sharing quiet moments together, without pressure, can help reverse this trend. Now, if he not only avoids affection but also starts ignoring your play attempts, we have another concerning sign. Ignores playtime and shows no interest. A cat that once enjoyed playing with you but now ignores these interactions might be showing disinterest. When a feline loses enthusiasm for activities that used to engage him, it can be one of the 7 signs that he no longer loves you as before. Disinterest in play is a subtle way of expressing emotional withdrawal. Imagine shaking a toy or using your cat's favorite wand, but he barely lifts his head. If he used to run around the house looking for fun and now just observes from a distance, something has changed. This apparent disinterest might reflect the presence of emotional detachment. Playtime is an important form of connection, and its absence can indicate a lack of emotional involvement. Try offering new forms of interaction, such as different toys or changing the play environment. However, if the response remains indifference, it might be necessary to reconsider the state of your relationship. This isn't just a phase. Rejection of play could be a deeper reflection of his feelings. And if, in addition to ignoring play, he also stops grooming himself, you have yet another sign that something is wrong. Stops grooming and maintaining hygiene. One of the most typical behaviors in cats is their constant grooming to stay clean. If your feline begins to neglect his own hygiene, it could be a clear sign that something is wrong. Lack of self-care might be one of the 7 signs of disconnection, reflecting a loss of interest in himself and possibly in the relationship with you. Normally, cats spend hours grooming and caring for their fur, but if he stops doing this, it might indicate stress or even depression. It's as if the cat is saying he no longer cares about taking care of himself, an emotional reflection often linked to changes in the environment. If your previously pristine cat starts looking unkempt, it's time to be alert. Lack of hygiene might stem from physical or emotional issues. Ensure there are no health problems causing this behavior, and at the same time, observe how the home environment is. When a cat stops grooming, something significant is happening. And if, in addition to stopping grooming, he also ceases to purr, we have yet another worrying sign to consider. Has stopped purring in your presence. Purring is one of the most comforting sounds a cat can make, and it generally indicates that he is happy and relaxed. If your cat has stopped purring when he is near you, it might be one of the 7 signs that he no longer loves you. This silence could be a sign of emotional distancing and deserves your attention. He used to purr whenever you approached or petted him, but now the sound has simply disappeared. Imagine that when lying next to you, he used to show happiness with that soft purring. Now, silence prevails. This could indicate that he no longer feels the same comfort and security by your side as he once did. Try to observe when he still purrs. Perhaps during moments of relaxation when he is alone. This could suggest that the issue lies in the bond between you two. If purring has completely vanished, it is important to investigate if something has changed in the environment or behavior that he might have noticed. After all, these signs are subtle but can reveal a lot about what is happening in your feline's heart. With the 7 signs of emotional detachment identified, it's time to act to win back your cat's affection. Now that you know how to detect signs of distancing, you can create a more welcoming and secure environment for your feline. This is the perfect moment to apply what you've learned and transform your relationship with your cat. Don't underestimate the importance of understanding and responding to the signs he gives. Your effort can make all the difference in restoring the connection and affection between you. Keep following the channel for more tips and strategies on how to strengthen the bond with your feline and ensure he feels loved and secure. Subscribe and activate notifications to not miss any exclusive content. The journey to a deeper and more harmonious relationship with your cat starts now.